Back in the doggy daycare. Gloomy day in London. Gloomy. Sipping on a black coffee here while I check out the YouTube comments from the video from yesterday, the perfect month. Thank you guys so much for all these comments. This is amazing. You guys are great. If you guys want, make sure you go check out that video and hit that like button. So today I'm headed off to a naturopathic doctor so I can get a little bit more information on how I should structure this blood and hormonal testing during the month of May. I also want to find out how I can make this viable and possible for other people out there in the world. I want to know, once we start getting human experiments walking around, exactly what you guys would have to go through if you guys want to start experimenting and start getting blood and hormonal testing done for yourselves. So I'm going to head off to visit Christine Slotansky at Discover Health Clinic here in London, Ontario, and I'm just going to go get a little bit of information, and then I'm going to head off to the gym for a nice fasted workout, and I'll take you guys through that. So just sipping on a coffee here while I do a little bit of editing and checking some YouTube comments, and then we're headed off to start the day. Cheers. Already completed my morning experiments. Still have to do about 20 minutes of reading though.
1 hour later.
Alright, just left my appointment with my naturopathic doctor there. Well, she's not officially my naturopathic doctor, but currently right now we are discussing if I'm either going to go through her and then send off the testing to a place out in Calgary, or if I'm going to do this all myself and go through a couple testing centers through the States. So we're trying to see which is the most viable for time as well as finances, because thank you guys very much for donating. Although I do have about $560 to use for this blood and hormonal testing, it's not that much. So I'll probably be able to hopefully get a full month's worth of testing done. But like I said, we're gonna see if it's better to go through her, do a full assessment, and then get 4 tests done, or if I should try to do this all myself. For the future and what I want to see happen here in London, Ontario, as well as Canada and for the world, I want to be able to tell you guys where you should go to get this testing done so you can start documenting and seeing what's going on in your own body, and then using those results and being able to compare it with other people around the world so we can really find out what factors are affecting your life and how they're affecting your body. So right now we are looking into doing micronutrient and growth hormone testing. She suggested that those might be the things that are gonna reveal the biggest changes over time, but we still don't even know. Is it better to do it weekly? Is it better to do it bi-weekly? How often should I be getting these tests done, and what kind of results are they gonna reveal? It's kind of crazy how we don't even know this yet in the world, yet we're already getting blood and hormonal testing. People are getting tests done only because there's problems with them already. I believe we need to be doing preventative maintenance on human beings. You should be getting blood testing and hormonal testing done when you're about 15 to 16 years old, so you can get a good baseline and a good reading, and you understand with someone who is like a naturopathic doctor, and they can lead you through your life and help you make suggestions on, here's the results from your body. This is the type of foods you eat because I can see it on your YouTube channel, or I can see it because you document it. And these are the suggestions that I have. Try these suggestions out for about a month and let's see if any changes do occur. Also in the future, I'd love to be able to just tell you guys, hey, go check out a naturopath in your own city, ask them to do an assessment and get this type of testing done, and then you can be part of the human experiment experience, and you can start testing your body and then comparing it with other people. Just like I called out vegan gains there a couple weeks ago in this video up here, I want to compare with vegan gains. Go vegan gains, go to a naturopath in Toronto there, start getting this testing done weekly, go do a big assessment, and then start getting micronutrient growth hormone testing going. Then we'll have a nice baseline of a vegan versus an intermittent faster who eats meat, and we can really figure out what is the most optimal way to eat for a human being with all these other factors that are going on in their life. Well, that's it for me. Heading off to the gym for a nice fasted workout. I stopped eating last night right around 9 o'clock, and it is currently 12 in the afternoon. I gotta run home and fold up some laundry, but then we're off to the gym. So it's 4:25. I am now sitting at 19 and a half hours completely fasted. No food, no calories have gone in my system. I gotta run off to go get a license plate sticker right now, so probably be around 20 to 20 and a half hours before I actually get some food in me. So see you guys when I get home. So I just kind of decided that I'm gonna make today a cheat day. I'm currently on day 6 of a perfect month. It is 5:40, so I'm sitting right around 20 and a half to 21 hours completely fasted, so getting a great growth hormone boost there. But I'm feeling kind of run down after these last 6 days. As I said there, I didn't do any really heavy lifting over March, so doing heavy lifting a couple days ago really taxed my body, and I can really feel it. So feeling quite depleted right now. Once I get this meal into me, I'll probably feel a lot better, but after that I'm gonna head out to Farm Boy. I gotta pick up some things anyways, but this cheat day is gonna be different than most of my typical cheat days. On my typical cheat days, I just let loose and I don't really care what I'm putting in my body. I just wanna enjoy life and enjoy this society in the modern days and eat the types of foods I enjoy eating, like Sour Patch Kids, cheeseburgers, you know, if you guys know me, you know I like to go big on cheat days. But for this cheat day, because I don't want to affect my base hormonal output too much, I'm gonna try to avoid getting all these man-made products. All this stuff with heavy chemicals like Sour Patch Kids. That's just a whole bunch of sucralose. It's just a whole bunch of crap in there. So I'm gonna avoid stuff like that. And this perfect month is really gonna help me to establish the rest of my life and how I wanna structure the rest of my life. Someone asked me the other day about if I'm gonna be drinking beer during this perfect month. Because I wanna show you guys how dedicated I am, I'm not gonna be drinking beer because it's full of preservatives and it's full of a whole bunch of crap. But I do wanna find craft beers and beers that are okay to have, that isn't gonna bring your hormonal base down too much. So over this month and over the next month, as I'm fine-tuning things out and really starting to see how I like structuring a perfect month and trying to carry it on into my life, that is when I'm going to find little things like my cheat days, trying to reduce the impact that it's doing on my body now that I'm getting older. Now that I'm 26, 27 years old, I'm really starting to feel it on my body. So for this cheat day, I'm not gonna be eating whatever I want. I'm just gonna try to go into a caloric surplus, at least 1,000 calories of my typical calories. So I'll be shooting for around 3,500 calories today. I'll show you guys my meal here. I already put it into MyFitnessPal, but this is about 900 calories that I'm gonna be eating right now. And I'm also gonna make a salad on top of that. So that'll be around 200 to 300 calories. So after this first meal, I'll already be sitting around 1,200 to 1,500 calories, right in that range. And then I only have about 2,000 more calories to cap off the day. 20 and a half hours fasted, time to cook. Just about 6 o'clock and I'm about to break my 21-hour fast here with 6 eggs, about a quarter of that pumpernickel bread, and a bunch of potatoes and a nice big salad thing. But finishing off the 3rd episode of Cooked here. If you guys have Netflix, I really suggest checking this out. I believe it's made by the same guy who made Food Inc. there, Michael Pollan. Very smart guy, and this is a very informed documentary here. Basically helps to explain why we need animals as part of our ecosystem and as part of our diet, as well as cooking foods. Cooking foods is very important. Our modern society got tricked into processing everything, and that's why there are so many problems with health in this country and this part of the world. So if you guys have some time, 4 documentaries about an hour long each. First one's about fire, second one's about water, this one's about air, and the 4th one's about earth.
All cooking is transformation, and in that sense it's miraculous, it's alchemy. But of all the different transformations we call cooking, I think fermentation is the most miraculous and the most mysterious. And that's because it doesn't involve any applied heat at all. This is food and drink made strictly through the action of bacteria and fungi.
That was a nice good haul. All right, let's see what I got here. Picked up some more of that pumpernickel bread. I also got some organic Montanac bread. Only 3 ingredients in this bread. That's why I got this, to try this out. Then I got 2 trout, whole bunch of bagged items. I'm really liking Farm Boy there. They have all this bag stuff. Like this was $4, $4, $3, $3. So that was a nice little grab there. Got some kiwi, white potatoes, some Granny Smith apples, and some avocados. Gonna make up some of the holy moly homemade guacamole that me and my girlfriend made in a video a while back. If you guys want to go check that out, right there. But I also got some broccoli here, got some lemons, got some limes for the guacamole, and it just came in a pack, some clementines there, so grabbed all that. Was out of my little seed mix for my big ass salads there. Got pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, some almonds, cashews, all the little goodies, cranberries, yes. Also got some dried mangoes. I used to love these in the past, but probably because they were loaded with sugar. This is just straight up dried mangoes. They're not that bad. I had a couple, but nothing that you can just destroy. I thought I could have a bunch of these tonight for my cheat day, but I'll definitely enjoy these every once in and often there, and yeah, they're pretty good. It's got some tomatoes for the guac, a whole bunch of onions. So that was a nice little haul from Farm Boy there. I'm especially picking up on more breads because it cooked. And that last episode, wow, that episode was great. They discussed fermentation. And fermentation is in a lot of things, like cheese and beer and alcohol. And what Michael Pollan was saying there is that it's possible that we discovered agriculture not because we wanted to harvest grain to make food, but because we wanted to harvest grain to make more alcohol. I found that absolutely fascinating, that the possibility on how human existence started. So when we evolved from our ancestral past of apes, that it was possibly because of food and cooking this food, but more importantly, because we wanted to learn how to start fermenting alcohol and start doing it on a larger process than just on a tiny scale and the tribal scale and that kind of stuff. So I found that absolutely wild. If you guys are interested in learning more about this, learning where we came from and how our minds and our bodies developed from our ancestral past, then I really suggest watching Cooked on Netflix. But I'm gonna put all this away and start making some of the holy moly homemade guacamole, because the beautiful one's gonna be here in a bit and I wanna get nice and started on that. So for my little healthy cheat day there, just trying to go on a caloric surplus in carbs and fat. So having a decent amount of bread for today, getting a decent amount of fat from all the avocados, and with the trout here, gonna get a lot of protein and a lot of fat in. 11:45 there, capping off the night with a nice big bowl of fruit and granola. Gonna guess this is around 300 to 400 calories in there. And that's pretty much it for today. So I started eating right around 5 o'clock. It's just about midnight, so I'm coming on to about 7 hours of eating for today. Once again, that's not bad at all. That is exactly what I'm shooting for in this perfect month. Trying to optimize my factors as much as possible, and I'm trying to take you guys through this journey on my course to get my very first blood and hormonal testing going. As I was mentioning to the beautiful one here, I am feeling great now after 6 days of eating clean and healthy. Over March there, I was doing if it fits your macros. I was kind of having cheat days whenever I felt like it, and I could feel it like mentally and physically. I just didn't feel as great as I did in the past. Now after 6 days of eating clean and optimizing my hormone levels as much as possible, I feel great now. So gonna try to keep this up, gonna keep up these healthy cheat days. Thank you guys very much for watching this video and for following along my journey as the Hungarian experiment. As of right now, it's looking like I'm only gonna be able to get 4 of this blood and hormonal testing going. It's going to be great for getting a nice baseline to figure things out. But if we really want to see this be a long-term thing, then I'm going to need some help with this, guys. So if you have the means, please go check out the description box below and go check out the GoFundMe. In there I have a little video explaining my whole journey, and it should fill you in on the details. So thank you guys very much for watching this video. I am the Hungarian Experiment.